So a lot of people are aspiring entrepreneurs. Basically people who want to make products but have absolutely no idea how to get started. And this used to be me like a few months ago. I have always known that I wanted to make products. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, I wanted to have my own brand, my own business, but I never knew quite how to do it. Like I will look up, how do I make a product? How do I turn an idea into a business? How do I bring something in my mind to life? And I will always see this expensive like full product design companies that will charge you thousands of dollars to take your product from idea phase, design it, and then turn it into a prototype. And some of them will charge crazy amounts, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I could never be an entrepreneur because I can't afford this. I can't afford thousands of dollars for them to turn my idea into a product. So for a long time, I just went around thinking I could never design a product, I could never be an entrepreneur, I could never make my dreams come true. Things happened, and then one day I was like, like I'm tired of waiting. I just want to make a product. I want it to be out. I want to hold my product. I'm tired of my ideas being in my head and not in this reality. For some reason, I just went on Fiverr. I don't even know why I went on Fiverr. Like I just went on and don't know why. Just went on Fiverr, and I was like, I wonder if I could use Fiverr to start my product idea. Like if I could use Fiverr to design my product and get it made. So I started looking up artists on Fiverr, like people who could design product ideas. So I think I searched like product idea sketch or product idea drawing, and I started coming up upon these freelancers who say we could draw your product idea, we could sketch it out for you and bring it to life. So one important thing that I did was I made sure to look at people who had a lot of good reviews. If they didn't have like a lot of good reviews, I was not gonna risk it. So one criteria I would say to make sure you follow when looking up people on Fiverr to work with, make sure you don't work with anyone that has lower than like 4.9 rating. Make sure you stay, or maybe 4.8. I would say make sure you stay with someone who's 4.8, 4.9. And my problem, not even problem, but the reasons I don't go with the Fiverr Pro is because they're so expensive. Like, if you want someone that's good at their work but affordable, unfortunately, you might have to stay away from Fiverr Pro people because yes, they're really good at their work, but also they charge a lot. So for me, the way that I was able to hire affordable people that were also really good was I stayed in between the 4.8 and 4.9 range. Like level 2, 4.8, 4.9, those were the only people that I worked with. So they were really good, and they also had very affordable prices that met my budget. So along with making sure these people were level 2 and highly rated, I also will look at the reviews. If they have a lot of repeat customers, that tells me that the people who have worked with them enjoy their work very, very much, that they were willing to keep coming back and working with these people again. So the more someone had repeat customers, the more secure I felt working with them. Using Fiverr, I was able to take my designs from idea to like a full blown actual product that I was looking at, that I could see with my own eyes, see the flaws, see what needed to be improved, what needed to be changed, and also be able to plan a marketing strategy around it. Because when you're able to look at your product and the design and how it works, you're able to start planning, how can I market this? How can I promote it to people? Will people actually like this? Can it function like I envisioned it functioning when it was just in my head? So when you're able to bring it to life, it makes it easier to ask yourself these questions, and not only ask yourself these questions, but start to answer it. So the next step after I had my product sketched on Fiverr, I then looked for someone who will be able to turn it into a CAD image for me. CAD design is basically like a visual prototype. It's like your product, but in 3D. It's like a realistic as it can get, as if you're actually looking at a picture photograph of your actual real life product. So I was able to find CAD designers on Fiverr the same way I found someone to sketch my basic concept idea. I did the same thing. I looked for Fiverr artists that were ranked between 4.8, 4.9, who had plenty of good reviews and who had a lot of good repeated customers, and also who were affordable for me while still being able to deliver the good quality of work that I required. So once I was able to get my concept idea sketched and then turn it into a 3D CAD design image that was basically like a visual prototype, the next step was for me to create a Teck Pack. A Teck Pack is basically like a compilation of all the necessary requirements for your product that you will send to your manufacturer to be able to turn your product into a physical prototype. And you want your Teck Pack to have a lot of information because you want it to be as precise as possible when you're getting your samples made. The more information that your Teck Pack has, the easier it will be for your manufacturers to make your samples accurate the first time or maybe the second time, instead of having to make multiple changes to your samples because you didn't have enough information to give you what you asked for in the first place. So doing all these things, using my vetting process to be able to get my drawing done, my CAD design done, and my Teck Pack done, I was very quickly able to speed through the product design process that will usually take months to do. I was able to do it in like weeks actually. And not only was I able to do it in weeks, but I was able to get very great, amazing results without even having to spend a lot of money. So when people tell you that you need to spend thousands to be able to have a good product design development process, don't believe them. You can get amazing results working with people on Fiverr for less than $1,000. So make sure that you do your research before hopping in and spending thousands of dollars just to get someone to design your product, because I promise it does not have to be so expensive. You can get affordable prices and still have excellent work done. It's all about doing your research and knowing how to keep your options open and knowing how to vet people who will be able to deliver the excellent work that you're looking for. So for anyone who asks me, how do I get my product made? How do I turn my idea into a product, my idea into a design? I would say look on Fiverr. Make sure that you read the reviews, read the ratings, make sure that the person that you're working with has a lot of satisfied customers, and make sure that your price is affordable for you. So in my next video, I will talk about how I was able to find a manufacturers that I will work for to create my products that could have a physical prototype. Stay tuned and let me know what you want to hear about next as I go on this journey to turn my product into a physical prototype. Bye!